Many people are looking for businesses with faster returns, and I always tell a few people who listen to me that broiler farming is a business that can enable you do that in the shortest possible time. And yes, you can be able to easily grow 170,000 naira to over 400,000. All you just need is a mix of strategy, discipline, and timing. Okay, but there are a few factors that can guarantee your success, and the first one among them is reinvestment strategy, which means since you need to grow your investment very fast, you are going to be forgetting about instant gratification and delay it a little. Okay, all the profit you make and your initial cost of raising the best, you are going to be reinvesting everything into raising the next batch, and you're going to be doing this just for 3 to 4 batches. The next one is you're going to be raising a very small number of birds. So because of this, you're going to be using your own personal money. You're not going to be getting loan from anybody to avoid interest rates taking your money to where you don't know. Okay, the next is since you're going to be raising a small number of birds, the mortality rate is going to be low, which means you're going to be strict with your management. People who raise larger number of birds have higher possibility, higher probability to have more mortality compared to someone who is raising, like, say, 20 to 30 broilers per time. And your cost management, you're going to be strict with it. You're going to be using other alternative that can help you achieve the same thing. For instance, during the brooding, you're not going to be using a gas brooder. You're not going to be using electricity. Instead, you're going to be using charcoal. And then high feed conversion ratio. This is only going to be possible if you are using the best quality of feed instead of trying to use cheaper feed. And then finally, your sales is going to be directed to the final consumer, which means you're going to be cutting out the middlemen so that you'll be able to make more profit, like say extra 30% profit. And to better explain this, I think we'll have to I have to show you maybe on the system so it will be more easier for you to understand. Okay, I want to use actual figures to, and the latest broiler we raised is 41 days old today. In fact, we have started selling them since day 37 or so. So I want to just use the cost because there are some changes. Okay, for instance, the day old chicks here, it cost us 1,150 naira to buy each chicks. You understand? But currently chicks is sold around 700 naira. That means it's a bit cheaper now. Okay, and then secondly, in the expense, since you're going to be doing it by yourself, we should remove salary. This is our farm attendance salary for the end of last month, April. Okay, so we should be removing salary. Since you're going to be doing it yourself, you're not going to be paying yourself, you're just going to be reinvesting everything. But so we're going to be removing the salary. The cost of production to raising this chicken, I'm not talking about the cost of chicks now, that is a bit cheaper than how it was when we got this birds. Okay, it's 1,150, but currently it's around 700 naira in Nigeria. So but let's just leave this so that this will cover for inflation price that might happen along the way raising the birds. And also the salary, I'm tempted to remove it, but I just feel like let me leave it. You're not going to be paying yourself, but here I'm going to be leaving the salary so that if there happen to be inflation in between while raising the birds or before the next batch you have inflation, let it be that this salary here and the cost of day old chicks that have changed we will compensate for it. Okay, but cost of feed is rising a little bit, so that's another place that it will compensate for the inflation that might happen within raising 2 to 3 batches in between. So let's assume that what you have is okay, what it costs us total to raise this particular batch of birds is 3.8 million, and to be specific, it's just, let me bring calculator. It costs, from the report here, it costs us 3,848,05 That's 3,848,050 naira. That's what it cost us to raise 612. Actually, they were supposed to be 600, but we have extra 12 chicks, so it's 612. And then this is what was spent on them. This is the amount we spent on them: 3,848,050 naira. But in between, we had few mortalities. About 1%, 1.1 to be specific, died. That's okay. Let me go to the record. This is the mortality column. We had seven died. Currently, the birds are in the 41, and we started making some sales already. Okay, we've sold like we started making some sales. So we are working with this figure. Let's work with this. Okay, 3,848,050. The best left is from the record when we started selling. We started selling here. So at this particular point, what we had was 605 before we started selling. So the money here divided by 605 beds that were left. That means it cost us 6,360 naira to raise one bed. Okay, but let me approximate this to also cover for the inflation. So the approximation, I would say, let's assume that it costs 6,005 to raise one bed, and you have 170,000 naira. That means, okay, let me wipe this. You have 170,000, and it's going to be costing you 6,500 to raise one bed. That means you can bring in only the 170 can budget for 26 chicks, or 26 chicks that you raise to become birds. So at the end of raising the first cycle, let's assume that one died. Okay, that means you are now selling 25, and since you are going to be selling directly to the final consumer, you can afford to be selling to that consumer, say 9,000 naira, so that you make more profit. So 25 multiplied by 9,000, okay, sorry, 9,000 naira is what you are selling each one to individuals, and you are selling 25 beds. That means at the end of the first cycle, you are going to be making 225,000 naira. Let me write it down somewhere. Bring up notes. Okay, call it first batch. First batch, you're making 225,123. Okay, let me first of all write the startup costs. Startup cost 17123. Okay, at the end of raising the first batch, it cost you 6,500 naira to raise each. You raise 26, starting small, so that you use your money without collecting loan. You raise 26, and at the end you sold each of the 26 at, okay, let's assume one died, so you are selling 25 at 9,000 naira. That means at the end of the first batch, you are going to be making the money of 170,000 is going to be growing to 225,000 naira. Now we are going into the second batch. Okay, now this is the money you have, and you want to raise. How many birds will you be able to raise, assuming the price of raising the birds remains 6,500 naira? Why I'm still using this 6,500 naira is, remember, we've already done a little bit of inflation compensation by not reducing the price of day old chicks to what is being sold currently. We are still using the higher price it was for this particular record that I'm using for this. Okay, and also you are not going to be paying yourself, because you're going to be reinvesting everything. But here in my own here, the 50,000 naira that was paid to the farm attendant, I still left it there. So the total cost for raising each bird for us is 6,300, but I made it a round figure to be 6,500 to cover for possibility of inflations that might happen in between raising the birds. So now the reinvestment strategy, you made 25,000 naira in the first batch. Now, how much will that 225,000 naira be able to raise if the cost of raising each bird is still 6,500 naira? That will be, you will now be able to increase your flock capacity to 34. Okay, so let's assume that you bought 34 chicks and you raise them with the money you have. Maybe along the way we still had another mortality and maybe it came down to say 33, and at the end of raising the 33, now you are still selling them that same amount, 9,000 naira. What will come out? 297,000 naira. That means second batch outcome, second batch outcome 297,123. Okay, now we are going to the third batch. How many birds will this, if you reinvest this entire money, how many birds will you be able to raise? Assuming the cost of raising each bird is still 6,500 naira, that means you will be able to, with 297,000, reinvesting it in raising birds that is worth 65 per bird, will be able to raise now 45.6. Since the bird cannot be approximated now, so we say you are getting 45 birds this time around that you'll be raising. And then let's wipe it to 45. Maybe along the way one dies, you end up selling 44. So still selling this 44 at the same rate of 9,000 naira, we are over 396,000 naira outcome. Okay, third batch 396,123. That's like we are just 4,000 naira behind. Okay, what will replace? Okay, the first batch you have manure that we are not sold, second batch another manure, third batch another manure. You can get these manures together, sell them, and you'll be making over the 400,000 naira target. And there are other things that you can do to even save money, like when it comes to the feed, like for us over here in our expense, we normally get our entire feed at once. Okay, it took us 2 days to get this particular happy turkey 12 bags. The transportation was 8,000 naira, and then the next day, which was April 6th, we got 108 bags of top feed pro line, and the transportation was 30,000 naira. So for you starting your best with 25, was it 25? Yeah, 25 with your 170,000 naira. Let me confirm. 170 divided by 65. 26 birds. You that started with 26 birds, the birds are not going to be eating much. Okay, because on the average, for you to be able to get birds that will reach 2.8 to 3 kg, you have to feed each of the birds 4.8 kg worth of feed throughout their life. And if you say 4.8 multiplied by 226, you'll be getting what? You'll be getting 124.8, but you approximate it to 125. Okay, say 125 kg divided by 25 kg bag of feed, which means you just be buying 5 bags to raise 26 birds in the first batch. And that's, for that reason, your cost of transportation, you should transport them once to the farm, it should be around this 8,000 or something less than that. You get the point? So that's how many small farms are growing their income very fast with the amounts they have. Not the loan that they collected. The second thing, you maybe construct a little pen house, not poultry house, maybe cage that can house up to say 50, but you're starting with 26. Okay, so these are the factors that can only guarantee the success. Number one, reinvestment strategy. You have to reinvest everything, maybe say 2 to 3 batches or 4 batches. Since you are raising small number of birds, low mortality rates,
because people raising higher number, like for us over here, we lost about we lost about 7. Okay, that means it's like 1 point something percent mortality rate. Okay, so you raising lesser number, you may be losing like say 1, or maybe at the end of raising the batch you may not even lose anyone. And then in cost management, you have to adapt to alternatives that are cheaper. Like in brooding, you go for charcoal. In the tarpaulin that you use to cover your cage, your small cage, you can go for cement bag, sew it together and use it to cover, to enable you save cost. Then in feed, buy the best quality feed so that you get the best possible outcome, and also transport the feed to at once to your farm. You start small, that's why you're not collecting loan in doing it. And also at the end of the day, the main target sales are to the final consumers. You cut out the middlemen, you sell directly to the final consumers. All these people over here are final consumers. Okay, our target is to sell 9,000, but we give them discounts. This guy, I don't know his name, I call him Angu. Angu in the north here means groom. Yesterday was his wedding. Yesterday was Saturday, today is Sunday. Okay, he bought 15, and then later came on Friday to collect 5 to complete it 20. Now that yesterday being Saturday was slaughtered 41 for Monaco shawarma, and then Lady B came and took 8. Tennyson's mom, we are currently slaughtering her own 7, and then Peace Boss Chicken, we are also slaughtering their 45. So these people are direct consumers, but since we are doing a bit larger number, we can afford to include the middlemen, which we plan to maybe by the 42nd day on Monday, which is tomorrow. We'll be calling the middlemen for them to come, because we've already been able to sell over 100 to direct individuals. You get the point? This is how small farms are growing themselves. They start small, reinvest their capital, don't pay themselves, forget about instant gratification, and gradually start with what they have and grow that way. That's it for this video, guys. If you have any question, feel free to leave it in the comment section, and then see you next time.